just going to show you the education module for our ERP Next system. So with this, we are going to focus on how to generate the fees, and then in later videos, I'll look at how you record fee payments in the system. But before we do that, let me just give you some background of the terms we use in the system. So we normally have student categories. As you know, in a school, you may have international students, local students, or even some students on scholarship. Or you can have different categories in your school. It may not necessarily be international students against local students or so, but you have different categories of students, and these categorizations are done for billing purposes, especially when you bill students differently based on categories. So if your school does not have that, then you don't need the categories, but most schools have some form of categorization of students for billing purposes. So we do that in the system as well. And then we have the billing cycle. The billing cycle in some softwares is also called the fee schedule. So we have, for instance, in some schools you are billing per semester, in some schools you are billing per term. So that's the billing cycle, which we also record in the system first. Then this is an example of somebody's school fees. As you can see, it has the student's name, and then you indicate the course they are doing or the program they are doing. And then the items in the bill include, for instance, the admission fee, exam fee, stationery charges, activity charges. Some schools have like sports fees, library fees, everything. So it's like an itemized bill with the fees. In the system, we create a template. So we have a billing template that contains all these fees. So once you select a student, you can just apply a billing template to that student. That's if you decide to do a manual billing. In the system also, we have the bulk billing where we group students according to their courses and then according to the academic year. And you can just apply a template, that's a billing template, to that group of students. So every student in that group will just get their bill generated automatically. So when you have a big school and the student numbers are a lot, you group the students by certain categories, and then you now have your billing templates also in the system. So every year or every term, you just apply the billing template to that student group, and then the system will generate all their fees, the bills for them, and the system can send the emails out with the bills and everything like that. So we have that in the system. So now let's focus on the billing templates I mentioned. So in our system, we call it the billing template or the fee plan or a fee structure. So that's how it's called. It's just a template. It's just a template where you fixed in the items in the bill and the prices so that you can apply it to the students in your school. So a billing template is like an itemized bill for each course per term. So you have to make it's for each course per term. So maybe you have let me say grade 1 students for first term. This is the billing template for them. Then you can have, if it's a university, you may talk about people doing maybe the science or let's say engineering students first semester. Then you have that billing template. So once you have your billing template set up, you can now apply it. So your billing template will include the tuition fee. Remember that the tuition fee for maybe those doing engineering will be different from the tuition fee for those doing maybe biological science. So whilst you are generating your billing template, you include the fees in that template so that once you select the student group, it applies those fees to them. So items like tuition fee, library fee, sports fee, and everything will be there. And remember that the tuition fees, as I said, apart from even the courses, the tuition fee for maybe another student group like international students may be different from the tuition fees for local students. So all this is structured in the billing template so that when you are selecting, you know which group you are applying, which tuition, which template to. Okay, so in the next video, I'm going to do a real life example of how we are using the system to apply these templates to students and then generate their bills on the system. The other videos will also show you how we record students' fee payments in the system. As you know, the system also has it's linked to an accounting system already. So once fees are paid, it also goes into the accounting side where you have your ledger and the charts of accounts and everything in there to be synchronized. Thank you. Here, we are going to create a fee structure. And the fee structure, as I said, is just a billing template. So it's just a billing template. We are just going to create one for you to see how it's created. In the system, you can navigate the system by clicking or just by searching for what you are looking for in the what we call the awesome bar here. So we are looking for fee structure. So that's the page for a fee structure, or as I said, it's also called what? A billing template. So we want to create a billing template. We click to get a new one, and then we start. So we'll enter the course or the program for which we want to create this billing template. Then we go ahead and select the student category. In this case, we are selecting advanced students, but you could have selected maybe grade 1 students, or you could have selected JHS 3 students, depending on the categories you have set in your system. And as you can see, the academic year is also selected, and then the academic term. So here we just have it as 2023, but you could have a 2023 first term. So you could write it as first term, or 2023 second term, or third term, or semester 1 and semester 2. Now you are going to select the different items in the bill. So here, the different items are just named as categories, but they are just the items in the bill. So just like library fees, sports fees, and those kind of things, you would put them here. So here, remember, we are creating a billing template. So we are now putting in the items that will be used to bill the students. So we have entered a computer lab fee and then tuition fees. So we are going to put in the price. So once we are done with this, we save our document. Now we have a billing template for the students. Okay, so now we'll have a billing template for the program that we selected, the student category that we selected, and also for that particular academic term that we selected. So that's the billing template. If you want to add the accounting details, we'll add it here. So if the student pays the bill, it goes to this particular accounting record. So now we are going to our student list. Here we've categorized our students already. So we have our students group here. And this student group has only 3 students in this group. This is just an example anyway. So once we know that this is the student group we want to bill, we'll go and generate the bill. And when we are generating the bill, we'll use the fee schedule. As you know, the fee schedule is like the billing cycle. So we are going to use the fee schedule to generate the bill. So at the fee schedule section, or what we will call the billing cycle section, we will create a fee schedule, which is actually creating the bill for the student. So in this case, we are going to select the template that we generated and apply it to the student group that we want. And if there are 1,000 students in that group, they will all get their bill automatically. So remember, our student group was advanced students. The program was security IT courses. The academic year and the term we wanted. Now, this is the name we gave our billing, the template, the billing template. So that's the billing template we just selected, which we call the fee structure. Then we obviously have to enter the date that we are billing the students. Then we select the students group. So we are not going to enter the students' names one by one. We will just select the students group here, and it will apply to all those students in that group. So for us, our students group is actually saved in a code. So we have the ITSEC B1 2023. That's the students group. And remember, it was 3 students as we saw. So once we selected, we can see the total number here. So we save. It will ask us to confirm, and that's it. So we are going to see whether all the 3 entries have been automatically created. So we'll go back and see if all the 3 students have been automatically billed in the system. So here is the record of the 3 student status. So we are going to see that now. So now, if we click on the fees, as you can see, it says 3. If we click on the fees here, we'll see the fees that have been generated. And as you can see, the 3 students in that student group now have a bill, and that's the fees, that's their names, and it shows that their fees have not been paid yet. See reports. You want to see reports of students who have paid their bills and students who haven't paid their fees. We can go to look at reports, fees, the balances, and all that, and see the reports. So here we'll look at what is done here. So when you go to your reports, the reports on fees, you can see fees that are unpaid, those that are overdue, and etc. And these reports can be changed to suit your reporting needs. We don't even need to come and do a lot of configuration. Majority of it is set out for you yourself. So as you see, we'll change the columns here. We would even if you need to add certain columns that you are interested in, you can add them yourself. So you can move columns around. You can export the data into Excel or any other format that you want. Let's customize the columns for you to see. Let me go general ledger in the accounting side as well. And let's customize some of the columns based on your preferences. Go to our menu and then click on pick columns. We'll see all the columns in the database, and then we'll just select which ones we are interested in and then uncheck the ones that maybe crowding our report. So if you can't find it, you can just search for it quickly. Now we have certain columns here. So we have it here. We are removing certain columns so that we can have other columns seen. Okay, so this is just a brief overview of the education module. I focused more on the fees and how to apply fees in bulk so that you don't have to do a lot of manual work. And also I've shown a little bit of the accounting side, so you know that the system manages all the accounting as well. There are other features of the software, but there are many other features in the software, including the HR module and inventory and other areas. But I think this is enough for today. Another time, we'll show other areas as well.